How's it going, everybody? Desira here, and we have a round 2 matchup for Cosmic Crucible. Today we are going against Jesse, and we are coming off that loss. We need to try to correct course, hopefully turn the ship around and try to get that victory and start getting momentum back in our side. Now we should have a pretty good matchup today. Let's go ahead and check out the TCP and defense to see what we're going against today. Jesse is over 137 million TCPs. This is going to be a 30 million at least power punch up for me. So we should have a pretty good matchup today. Let's go ahead and check out the defense to see what we're dealing with. In stage 1, there's an interesting mix of Mephisto, Old Man Logan, the pre-Titan zombie Juggernaut, Ares, and Silver Surfer. In stage 2, we have the Annihilator team with Apocalypse. In stage 3, we have the X-Treme X-Men with Rogue. In stage 4, we have Spider Society with Dorm and Super Skrull. In stage 5, we have the full Out of Time team. And in stage 6, we have some Orchis members with Sasquatch and Spider-Man Noir. For stage 2, we're going to attempt to use our Mercs for money with Apocalypse, and we added in Black Cat. I was hoping to get another character that would have a trauma stun and get a little bit of control in here. However, the turn order isn't quite what I wanted, but this is still a fairly good counter on this one. Black Cat will be going first in this matchup. Now initially I was hoping Old Man Logan would go first, however I miscalculated a little bit on here. I do think Nova could be a good replacement in that position. Black Cat will be using the special. Old Man Logan will follow that up by using the special as well. Now here Gore does end up taking his turn and uses the ultimate on us. That does end up taking our revive once off of that Old Man Logan. Deadpool is up next. We're going to end up targeting the Ultimus and using the ultimate on him. That way we can get the stun and a little bit of control going. Here the enemy Apocalypse ends up using the ultimate on us, and then he ends up using that Falcon Punch into the Panda Pool. Now that it's our Apocalypse's turn, we're going to follow that up with our own ultimate. With Apocalypse, we are going to end up using that Falcon Punch into the enemy Apocalypse as well. Old Man Logan is going to follow up by using his ultimate targeted on the Gladiator. The enemy Thanos passive does end up going off on us. However, we have some pretty good control and a lot of bleeds out there. Black Cat will use the ultimate targeted on the Gore, and now we're going to try to take out the Gladiator. Old Man Logan does a basic, Apocalypse uses the special, and the ultimate does end up bleeding out. Old Man Logan's going to use the special into the Thanos, and now we have a very easy kill on the enemy Gladiator. For stage 4, we're going to end up using our Cabal team, and we're going to end up bringing Archangel for the turn meter rewinds as we get kills, and Lizard as well. That way we can strip all the positive effects off the enemy. Our Lizard will be going first in this matchup, and we're going to start by using the ultimate. That way we can try to strip as many positive effects off the enemy that we can. We did end up getting a crit, and now Iron Patriot is up next. We're going to target down that Super Skrull and use Iron Patriot's special on him. The assist comes in, and we already get 1 kill on that Super Skrull. Here the enemy Penny does end up taking her turn and uses the ultimate. We do end up losing our Lizard, however we do have a lot of momentum already. Our Namor will end up using the ultimate. We get a nice turn meter rewind, and Leader ends up using the basic into the Super Skrull, and we already have the kill on him permanently. Archangel ends up using the ultimate into the Dorm. Again, we get more turn meter rewind. That's kind of the key of the team that I brought in, was as we get kills because of that Dorm, we can continuously get turn meter rewinds on them. We do end up taking 1 life off the Peter B. Parker, and Namor ends up taking him out by using the special in him as well. When it gets to Leader's turn, we do end up using that ultimate ability, and we are able to take one of the revived onces off of that Spider-Man Pavitra. Archangel ends up taking him out by using the ultimate, and now we have a very easy cleanup on the enemy Penny. For stage 1, we did end up doing 2 sacks into this team. As far as the sacks go, we end up using our Invaders team, followed by the Bifrost team. As far as the sacks go, I was mainly just trying to pull as many abilities as I could, as well as getting those 2 exhaust points on the Mephisto, that way we don't have to worry about his passive ability and battlefield effect. Vulture will be going first in this matchup. We're going to start by using the special into that zombie Juggernaut, so we can try to get off of the taunt as quickly as possible. As far as ISOs, you do see that we made them all strikers, that way we can get those assists coming in. For Green Goblin Classic's turn, we target the Old Man Logan and use the ultimate. We do end up getting the kill on the zombie Juggernaut, and several assists comes in on that Old Man Logan. For Kraven's turn, we end up using that special into the Old Man Logan, so we do get the ability block on him and the assist come in as well. Old Man Logan does end up getting killed off here, and for Doc Ock's turn, we still end up using the special to get that Shocker out on the field. For Vulture's turn, we stay targeted on the Ares and use the ultimate, we get a nice turn meter rewind, and the assists come in, we almost get the kill on him, but he does survive. For Echo's turn, we target the Mephisto and use the special. Again, the assists are coming in, and that's where this team works really well in that stage 1, and that's why I also don't like putting Mephisto in stage 1, because it's fairly easy to take him out. The Green Goblin Classic pings do end up taking out the Ares, and with Mephisto going stealth, we end up targeting down the Silver Surfer. Once he gets killed off, we turn our attention back over to the Mephisto, and we get the kill. For stage 3, we're going to use our Masters of Evil with Dr. Doom. What I'm hoping for is Dr. Doom to get pushed, that will end up giving Kang the ride to where we can try to take out as many of these characters as we can. If this does end up failing, then we will have a much easier time with the cleanup. Titania will be going first in this matchup. I'm going to target the enemy rogue and use the ultimate, that way we can get that ability block and disrupt on her, so we don't have to worry about the reflexive taunts. For Kang's turn, we end up targeting the Gambit and using the special. That's able to get the slow on 3 good characters that we wanted: Nightcrawler, Gambit, and Forge. For Moonstone's turn, we target the Nightcrawler and use the special. That way we can get that trauma stun on him. For Absorbing Man's turn, we turn our attention back over to the Forge and use the ultimate. That does end up getting dodged, however, we have a lot of buffs on our team right now. Titania's going to use the special into the Forge, so we are able to strip his positive effects. And now that it's Kang's turn, we end up using the ultimate here. I do think that was a little bit premature, however, I wanted to make sure we did some pretty good damage. Forge does end up getting his turn off and uses the ultimate. That gets several buffs on the enemy team, but that does end up pushing our Doom to where we can use the ultimate. For Dr. Doom's turn, we are going to stay targeted on the Forge. We use the 2 basics and the special. Kang's turn is back up. We end up using the basic into the rogue because of the taunts. And that striker hit does end up getting rid of the rogue. Kang is going to end up turning his attention back over to the Forge. We end up using a basic, followed by a special. So we do get the kill on the Forge and the rogue. Here Gambit does end up getting his ultimate pulled off, and we are basically prepared that we will be wiping in this matchup. So what I'm going to do is try to take out the Sunspot or get him as close to death as possible because of his charges. I don't want to come back in and have all those charges on that Sunspot to where Nightcrawler and Gambit is able to start on the ultimate abilities. Now we unfortunately don't get the kill on the Sunspot, but he's very low and that will make it a much easier cleanup for us. For stage 5, we are going to end up doing a sack into this team because of the Black Knight. The sack team is going to end up just being our Black Order team, and we're going to follow that up by using our new warriors with Guardian. This should make quick work of this team. The Gwenpool will be going first in this matchup, and we are targeted on the Black Knight, so we're going to start by using the special. We're able to get off the taunt, however the defense up and immunities did end up staying on him. For Firestar's turn, we target the Cosmic Ghost Rider and use the ultimate. The reflexive taunt comes on the Captain America, so Deathpool ends up using the special into that Captain America, which does end up killing the Starbrand. Cloak does the ultimate, followed by Gwenpool using the ultimate, which gets rid of several of the characters. For Guardian's turn, we end up using the special into the Black Knight. The main reason for that was because of the offense up that it gives to the entire team. We're able to kill the Captain America, and now we have a very easy kill on the Black Knight. For stage 6, we're going to try to use our Hive Mind team with Emma. I do feel that Nick Fury is a better replacement than Emma, however I went with the Emma Frost on this attack instead. Now the main reason I find that Nick Fury is better is because the enemy team will end up putting the slow on us, and then Nick Fury is able to use the special to actually spread those speed up to the entire team. The enemy Scientist Supreme is going to start by using the ultimate on us. Now this is an RNG check. Basically what happened here is the Void Knight was able to resist because of the deflex of that slow. So now that our Void Knight is able to go, we end up using the ultimate and we're able to flip all those positive effects into negative effects. Carnage is up next. We end up using that special into the Sasquatch. What actually wanted to happen there was the Carnage to push that Sasquatch to where we're able to do some very good damage to the enemy team. Gwenom ends up using the ultimate ability, which ends up pushing them even further, and now Red Goblin's able to use the ultimate as well. The main goal here is actually try to take out that Lady Deathstrike. If she ends up getting a turn, that could end up being devastating for us. Now because of the turn meter for Gwenom's turn, I do end up targeting the Scientist Supreme and using the special. We're able to get the stun on her, and the follow-up attack ends up taking out the Sentinel as well. Now we just have to worry about the Lady Deathstrike, and we got our victory. For stage 3 cleanup, we are going to end up using our Tangled Web, Kestrel, Ironman Infinity War, and Nova. I usually use this on a Darkhold team, but this is actually a very good cleanup into this matchup right here. The Spider-Man 2099 will be going first. We're going to target the Nightcrawler and use the ultimate ability. Nightcrawler ends up starting with his special, and he does end up hitting the Kestrel, so she is currently stunned at this moment. Now that it's Gambit's turn, he does end up starting with his ultimate ability, and that does end up taking out our 2099 and Kestrel. Spider Weaver's up, we end up targeting the Sunspot and using the ultimate, That does end up getting dodged because of the evade, but we now have the charges on us. Nova uses the special into the Nightcrawler. Again, that does get evaded, but we're able to take out the Sunspot. For Spider Weaver's turn, we end up targeting the Nightcrawler and we use the basic. We already had the charges on us and we can actually do some pretty good damage and hopefully push the Nightcrawler. Nova follows that up by using the ultimate as well. Gambit does end up going stealth, but Iron Man Infinity War's turn comes up. We use the ultimate and that ends up taking the Gambit out of stealth. For Spider Weaver's turn, we decide to use the special here. That kills the Gambit and rebounds into the Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler does end up using the ultimate and takes all of our buffs away. However, we have enough control right now to where we're able to take out the Nightcrawler because of the charges, so this turns into a little bit of an efficiency hit, but we are able to finish this match off and get the victory here. And we get a very good victory in this matchup. Our opponent looks like they struggled quite a bit to where they couldn't clear 2 rooms and they had some other dropped attacks. They end up getting a 31,432, whereas we got a 48,536. Let's go ahead and check the defenses to see what happened and what did end up stumping them. For stage 1, we end up doing the double sack, followed by that Superior 6 Vulture Echo team. This ended up getting us a 75-63. For stage 2, we end up using our Mercs for Money, Black Cat, and Apocalypse. I do think that if we end up putting Nova in here, that would actually help the turn order out a little bit. We still got the victory, and this got us at 83-57. For stage 3, we end up having the drop attack of the Masters of Evil Doom, but we were able to clean that up with our Tangled Web Pegasus Nova combination team. This did end up getting us a 79-37. For stage 4, we end up using our Cabal team with Lizard and Archangel into the Super Skrull Spider Society Dorm team. We got a pretty good victory. The efficiency got us down to 83-59. For stage 5, we end up doing that burner attack to get the exhaust on the Black Knight, and our new Warriors Guardian was able to get a very good victory. This ended up getting us a 79-62. For stage 6, we end up using our Hive Mind Emma team into the Orchis with Friends team. We were able to get the one shot, and this got us at 83-58. As for our defenses, our opponent attempted to use the Superior 6 team, which ended up failing. They followed that by using the Death Seed, and they eventually got it by using the Mercs for Money without Old Man Logan, and instead they added in Quicksilver. This got them a 75-57. For stage 2, our opponent did a Hive Mind team into our Weapon X Out of Time team. That did end up failing, but they were able to clean that up by using the Pegasus team. This got them a 79-62. For stage 3, our opponents ended up using their War Dogs into our Infinity Watch. That did end up getting a pretty good efficiency drain on them to where the score was at 83-53. For stage 4, they weren't able to clear this room. They ended up doing a burn attack of using their Gamma team. They followed that up by using their Masters of Evil, which ended up failing. Then they attempted to use their Cabal team with Vulture and Zemo. That ended up failing as well, so they did back out to save that team for a different room. This got them 0 points. For stage 5, our opponents tried to do a couple burn attacks into the Illuminati Sasquatch. The first one was the Secret Defenders. They followed that up by using their new Warriors. Then they attempted to use that Cabal, Vulture, Zemo team again, which ended up failing, so they backed out to save the team again. This room got them 0 points. For stage 6, our opponent attempted to use their Cabal, Vulture, Zemo. They ended up backing out. They did a burn attack of using the Alpha Flight, then they end up bringing in their Illuminati again. That was able to get the clear, and this got them a 75-60. Overall, I was very pleased with how my defense performed. Now, Jesse is a very good player. We are both currently in Masters 1, so I know if we end up getting that rematch, this could definitely go a different way. I do think they had a little bit too much on defense to where they went full turtle, so hopefully they are able to adjust and learn as well. This is currently week 2 of the new season, so we're still trying to find our footing of where we want to put certain pieces on offense and defense. Hopefully we can get that rematch, because I'm sure the rematch would be a great matchup for both of us. Now, if you guys did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, have a wonderful rest of the day.